Frankly, loyalty needs to be earned. You need to earn the loyalty with your customers every day and every single technology wave you serve. So it's not something which is given. Agilent Technologies has been established as the premier measurement company. We go back 70 years. The first product HP designed was a sine wave generator to synthesize Mickey Mouse voice, sold to Walt Disney. So we have been in test and measurement all the time, and so we know the methodologies, the processes, the problems people have designing products. Second, it's the breadth of technologies we own and we provide tools for. The solutions of the future sometimes don't look like the solutions in the past, and if you don't understand the problem, you cannot innovate. There's no value innovation. You just build the boxes you built in the past with better specifications. But sometimes that's not sufficient. And in our history, we have been coming up with an invention of new product categories every decade, actually. So the network analyzer was invented by HP, and this is a measurement principle plus an instrument. The logic analyzer comes out of Colorado Springs, first product category. Just recently, we introduced the optical modulation analyzer. Yet another product category which did not exist before. So Agilent as a total solution vendor means that we understand the application with our customers, the job which needs to be done, and then come up with a complete setup of instruments, scopes, speed array testers, fixtures, software to do that job, actually, to improve the time to market for our customers and to solve the technology issues they have. The standard is the basic concept of interoperability, so that many vendors can contribute to an overall solution, so that we can purchase our Blu-ray player from Sony, our cable from 3M, and our TV from Philips or someone, and it works. Externally, we defined the so-called pyramid management concept, and that goes back to the visualization of the technology deployment. There's one leading company innovating, like take Intel, take Sony as an example. What they would do is, as next step, they would form a special interest group or a standardization body to get more companies joining, get a broader footprint for that technology. And they always have a need for test and measurement characterization descriptions. So that means engineers talk to engineers about the technology and the needs, the technology features and so on. And that's where we put our key industry experts, like Rick Eads is in the board of directors of PCI Express. Perry Keller sits in the JEDEC consortium for memory applications. And those guys build a lot of connection to these standardization bodies, write the specification, and help us to establish our contribution beyond just the instrumentation. For PCI Express, for example, we have the Golden Suite, which is the standard. You run our suite against your design, and then you know whether you're compatible or not. One of the key developments going forward talks about mobile computing as the convergence of markets. More and more the servers and the desktops are set and are niched over time. But all the innovation and effort goes into something which we would call a mobile device. Now what's that? Certainly it's all the cell phones, the little netbooks connected to the internet, but I think it can go much, much further. We will see a complete new set of constellations in that marketplace. That means previous pure wireless companies like Qualcomm, previous pure computer companies like Intel, they will find themselves trying to find their contribution in this new marketplace. And so we will see optical interconnects, where all of a sudden we will see light traces on boards, on backplanes, in the instruments. Very fascinating from a technological perspective, because now we're open to speed grades up to 100 gigabit and beyond. And that's quite fascinating, I think, from an end customer perspective, but also from a test and measurement company, because every time a disruption happens, we can support the offenders and we will support the defenders. They all need our tools. The big companies can only set the stage of innovation. The consumers benefit from the breadth of many, many companies contributing to the innovation. That's where the costs are driven down, that's where technology is affordable for every one of us. So it's mandatory, it's critical to enable all the small companies to innovate, not only large ones. So all of these solutions are built on practical instruments. We're right now ready to launch the fastest scope in the world. Our bit array testers out of Germany, pulse generators, form the foundation. Those instruments are part of the solution. But then we add fixtures, the connection to the device in our test. So fixturing plus the instruments plus the software which binds that all into a solution. That means it's usable as a combined setup and not as an instrument only. So that's the solution for these standards, and it's all our products as a basis, as a foundation. And I think the concepts of innovation are independent of the specific technology. Our key customers and ourselves live from innovation. I mean, it's just our value proposition. Like Walmart sells products, we live from innovation. So it's the core of our value proposition. And that's why we always continue to innovate. I'm Sigi Gross, Vice President, General Manager for the Digital Test Division for Agilent Technologies.